Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we're a little bit concerned right now about how much world tension we've generated specifically, because we don't want the US to be too upset with us, although that has improved, and that's very, very good. We also just got 12 divisions that we can assign into our forces out here. So that is great. We're going to assign them directly into this unit, which now requires 93, so we only need 5 more for there. Wonderful. So that's great. I do see that we have free dockyards. That's okay. We probably... we're short on steel. Still. So that's going to be a thing. We also have quite a lot of military factories that we don't need. So we can convert quite a number of these. So can we shift control click this? Nope. We can only control click it. Okay, that's fine. We're going to shift a number of these over. We want to keep our military factories away from our more exposed territories anyway. So we're just going to move some of these on out of here, and we'll just get rid of all of our military factories for now in Germany. And I think that will probably... Is that everything? Yeah, that appears to be everything over there. That should do the trick, at least for now. And we'll keep an eye on that. That's kind of a... moving number that we're going to be hitting, but that's okay. We are, of course, working on some infrastructure here, and you might wonder why we're building the infrastructure in Switzerland and Tyrol. This is because this is infrastructure that I expect to be important in later combat. We're building that now because I think that we're going to need the supplies in this region. And also, I'm not sure if increasing the infrastructure will increase the supply flow of this steel exiting this state. I actually don't know that. It might, but I don't think it will. So let's hop into our resource map mode, and we can see we're now collecting 45 out of the 81 that is here. There's some infrastructure damage there, and I do want to find where that infrastructure is damaged at, because getting that repaired is going to be quite important. So let's see here. It is infrastructure in this region. Fantastic. So we'll get that on up there. We'll prioritize that just because I want to get this steel out of here a little bit more rapidly. So we'll repair that infrastructure and work on anything else that needs to happen over here. Of course, we're also working on justifying on Chile. I'm only going to be justifying on one at a time for right now because I do want to allow our world tension to drop a little bit, and the world is kind of at peace, so I'm not expecting a huge number of these nations to join the American Union or anything. So that should be fine. So we are going to continue to work away on getting our resources up. How are we doing on our resources? We're down to minus 254. That's really, really solid, actually. I'm very glad about that. Minus 253. And actually, we're exporting more than our deficit. So that is now wonderful. If we were able to change over to... Let's see. Closed economy. Would need to be a war for that. And we need to have war economy or total mobilization. Now... We're on partial mobilization right now. We could switch to war economy, and that would do the trick. But that, I think, is completely fine. So we're not too concerned about that, but we are exporting some amount now. So we're going to hop these guys into here. This does, of course, mean... I don't want that. That does, of course, mean that we need one more division here. And honestly, I'm just going to move it from here. There we go. We'll get that done. Excellent. So these guys, they currently require 79 divisions. And there is our Turkish army over here, our Turkish defensive force. That requires 130. Now, some of these states we maybe could make a little bit more economical by removing non-border states like these. So these states could be removed. This one is a coastal state, so it almost certainly needs to remain. But we can remove a few of these in here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. We can be a little worried about paratroopers or something along those lines later, but for now, we'll just need 104. This is already our, like, lowest priority region, though, right now, at least in terms of how we have this laid out right now. It's not necessarily our lowest priority region, but for what we have right now, it kind of is. So maybe we'll just leave these here and just know we can expand those later. And there's also the German area over here, where we have this single state. Can I select these guys? There we go. We have this single state here, and we could do this and just need 10 additional here. These guys are defending over here, so that looks completely fine. And we can back off on that later if we really, really need to. We'll send these guys over to here. Now we only need 5 additional in this state. That's wonderful. Oh, here's another one. 4 additional in this state. Great. And we're now recruiting at only 16 divisions at a time. However, you can see our manpower is definitely on the low side. There's no doubt about that. We're having some issues with our manpower, but it will slowly come up over time. Well, will it though? Will it though? Each of these take how long to train in full? They take like 6-ish months, maybe like 8 months to train in full. Hang on. I'm going to add a unit here. And we can see, we'll call it 6 months. So it takes 6 months to train, and it takes 10,000 manpower per unit. So that is how much manpower per month? Well, that's 10,000 divided by 6. Let me pull up a calculator here because that sounds like work to figure out in my head. 10,000 divided by 6, that's 5, divided by 6 equals 1,666.66 repeating per month. Okay, so we're gaining 24.46. So what is 24 for, let's see here, 460, I think is the best that I can do to approximate that, right? Yeah, 460 is the best I can do to approximate that. And then divide that by 1666.67. That means that we can sustain 14.675970648058. Okay, I'm not going to keep going. We can sustain approximately 14.5 per month. And that would be holding our manpower steady. I'm going to drop this down to 12 divisions. And like that, we should be slowly growing our manpower. Very slowly. We need to keep in mind that we have all of these client nations that are going to be giving us troops as well for these areas. So that is great. We're going to slowly work away on that. And of course, Chile, we're going to conquer that fairly soon. They do have some resources that we want. This Peru. This is not what we want. This is what we want. Okay. Honestly, I think we would just subjugate Peru. And Colombia. And Venezuela. Venezuela is part of the American Union, rather. So we will not be doing that. Okay. What is this? Republic of Korea Infantry Division. Fantastic. We'll send them on over to this army. Wonderful. Now we only need 3 additional over here. So I'm very pleased by this. And we'll have a decent amount of Africa that we can probably take over. Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have a decent amount of Africa. And at some point, we will need to actually fight the American Union. But I don't think we win that at this point. I think we give them a good fight. But I don't think we win. I really, really don't. So that's fine. Let's check in on our resource situation over here. Now, a lot of this is reduced by compliance, right? So we can see here, if I can get the tooltip to pop up. There we go. So we still have some infrastructure damage here. And we also have only 13% compliance, which does mean that this is reduced by 65% because this is a non-core state. And then the compliance is coming up, which is currently giving us plus 7% local resources there. Okay. So yeah, we are gaining some manpower now, and that is great. We're very, very happy about that, and we're just constructing away on all of this. And that'll finish up eventually, but we're not in a huge rush on that front. We do have total access to 884 factories now, so we have developed quite dramatically on that front. But I do want to attack Chile sooner rather than later. Okay. And then we'll start justifying immediately on the Republic of Peru, but we're only doing one at a time to allow our world tension to drop a little bit. We're at 57.1. And I feel like we're fairly safe at this point. The US is at minus 32 opinion of us. It is dropping that improved relations at this point, but that's okay. Can we work on any more prospecting for resources? No, we cannot. We do not want to dismantle any of that. That would not be a good thing for us. We can do a region-wide industrial integration, and we'll go ahead and run that. That will, of course, get us another civilian factory slot up over here. And we'll get that constructing right away. Top priority. Fantastic. Did I see something over here? I did indeed. We'll get that constructing away as well. Top priority. Fantastic. So that is just fine. And we are going to take Chile in not very long. Just about 2 weeks. That's wonderful. So we're slowing down a little bit here because the US is no longer distracted. Although I do want to take a look here at how we're doing on this front. So we're at 58%. And repair collaboration government. Interesting. That would increase the collaboration in the US. The Romanian People's Republic has declared war on Romania again. I wish them luck with that. So really what we want to do is we want to orchestrate a coup. Now, in order to do that, the Fascist Party would need to have more than 20% support. All of the following must be true. What is not true here? At peace? Perhaps. It could be at peace. Yeah. US is not at peace. Okay, sure. That's good enough. So let's see what it would what we would actually gain if we did this. No, not propaganda. I want to boost ideology here. Yeah, that wouldn't do anything right now. So we're going to continue working on that. Excellent. So we have these guys ready to go. We'll assign them in over here. Yeah, we're not surprised that that's already over. And then we're going to remove these guys and place them here. This force is now done. And of course, this one requires 79 additional divisions. So that's the thing. Now, we're not necessarily defending some areas over here. How much would it take? 65 still. Still 65, 66, 67, 69, 73, 80, 90. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We do have these guys ready to go. We'll toss them into this force. We'll see about getting that one maxed out in this episode, hopefully, so that I can actually remember that that's happening. And we're going to go ahead and declare on Chile. We're also going to immediately begin justifying on Peru. Okay, so we're up to 59.4%. And these guys will immediately start attacking along this very lengthy front. Now we're going to need to call in the Argentine League. They will accept. Fantastic. We appear to be... Okay, we're now winning some of these fights. Good. I was going to say, we were losing some of them. Okay, all of these guys want into our war. We're going to go ahead and call them all in. Fantastic. This is all no longer relevant. They have all joined. We also have these 2 unassigned divisions. They will be assigned into this force here. Because, of course, we need another 19 there. Okay. Nukes are beginning to fly over Santiago. That's not anything we're doing. I do want to check in on how we're actually doing here. We have some units retreating, some units advancing. Okay. This is fine. I expected something along these lines. Yeah, I'm not concerned about this. This should be okay. We've taken this back. And we're just going to fight them along this very long front. They should eventually give up. So these guys are going to hop in over here. That's an additional 6 units. Now, this guy, I'm going to actually remove him from here because he gives us a penalty. Now, I think that it's probably worth it to have leaders in all of these, right? But we're going to need to split them up into units of the correct size and all of that. So that'll be fine. These guys, they're going to additionally garrison Chile and down here as well. So that's still 103. Okay. That'll be fine. And these guys are just working on doing some redeployment here. Actually, it looks like we might be about to cut Chile in half. And if that's the case, that's very bad for them. Let's see if that actually happens. If so, I'm very, very happy about that. It looks like it did not happen. Okay. That's fine. Chile will not last too much longer, in all honesty. The Provisional Government of Greater Finland. No, they're not ready yet. How rude. Okay, so we're going to continue to toss units into this army. Of course, this army currently needs 104, and as we continue to take over here, we're going to continue to increase that need. So we're going to put these guys over. That did not go well. Okay, we're good. Fantastic. There appears to be an Australian division here. What are you guys doing? What indeed? I don't know what Australia is doing over here, but okay. So we have managed to partition these guys off. This should be absolutely no problem, of course. They now have no supplies. So we're just going to head in and stack wipe them. And we're going to do something like this with these forces. Excellent. These guys are in a similar position. So these, I'm not going to send all of them, but like these 2 units are going to go up here. And they're beginning to stack wipe. There we go. They have stack wiped. Then we're going to send these guys to attack up here. That's additional stack wipes. Wonderful. And we're going to continue to attack over this way. Although apparently... Ah, I see. It'll need to come in over like this or something. Sure. Now, as far as all this goes, has Santiago fallen? Not yet. These guys are cut off, though. And so we're going to send these forces in here, these forces in here. Just eliminate them. We've got them pocketed. Clean them up. There we go. There's a lot of stack wipes. And then all that will be left is the region around Santiago. And that's perfect. So these guys will all get stack wiped as well. And we're going to head in over here. Maybe we overrun them, but I don't think so. We're just going to stack wipe them back here as they get there. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Okay, sounds good. So everyone should now be assigned to this over here. Chile has capitulated. There we go. And we wanted to take this state for ourselves and then puppet this state. There we go. Fantastic. These guys, they are now going to come up here and redeploy around the Republic of Peru. So up they go. Fantastic. I do want to check in. I believe that they should have maxed out infrastructure from the last time we held this area. Yeah, they definitely do. Do they have maxed out coastal defenses? No, and in fact, many of these regions around here don't have maxed out coastal defenses. So let's see if we can get that fixed. It looks like we can't build any here. So that's fine. This is not high priority, but we'll get it all queued up. Something along the lines of this. Continue our way down this coast. These regions over here are slightly awkward in their layout, but that's fine. No worries. And we will push our way up over this way. Coastal forts over here, as well as over here. Wonderful. We can build some here, and just push our way on up. We may have to check some anti-air and some radar over here as well. So let's look at that. Nope, anti-air is maxed. And what about radar? Radar is not maxed over here, like, at all. So I'm going to prioritize that as currently top priority because we are working on radar. So let's get that done. Okay. Looks good. Wonderful. Now, land forts. We no longer need land forts over here. That can all be gotten rid of. There we go. Completely irrelevant now. Any other sites where land forts are completely irrelevant at this time? Well, we definitely want some up over here. So we'll queue those. And apparently we missed some over here. Sure. We'll get all that queued up. Now I do expect that to change. These particular borders to shift. But that's fine. If that's all good. We're missing one here, apparently. As well as one here. Okay. And we're also missing some all along this region. So we're going to fill in this area. Excellent. Like so. And we're going to fill in some of this area as well. Now, I no longer believe that these need to be done. Because we need to push down this border. This is, of course, a moving target, and this is one of the reasons why this is a low priority for us. One of several reasons. We'll do something like that. This line up here is by no means necessary anymore. I do believe that this line is still necessary. Yeah, technically. Do up this as well. Okay, now we just need this stuff over here. Now, this is already fairly Maginot lined, but that's fine. And then we'll queue up our Swiss border walls. Excellent. This is all going to be, of course, a very, very low priority indeed. So just get all of this over here. We do expect that these borders will shift, so this will need to be altered later on. But that is fine. Missed this spot here. And this spot here. Okay. That looks reasonably correct. For now, anyway. It will change. It will certainly change. So we have this division here that can hop into this unit. Wonderful. Oh, and I wanted to talk to Chile here and request garrison support from them. They give us 257,000 manpower to fill up our garrisons. Excellent. Not, I think, that we needed that for garrison manpower. We need regular manpower, but that is fine. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue conquering the remainder of South Africa. And by Africa, I mean America. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.